Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Fascinating and interesting facts about honeybees. No other insect serves human needs like the honeybee. For centuries, beekeepers have raised honeybees, harvesting the sweet honey they produced and relying on them to pollinate crops. Honeybees pollinate an estimated one-third of all food crops we consume. Number 1. Honeybees can fly up to 15 miles per hour. 15 miles per hour might seem fast, but in the bug world, it's actually rather slow. Honeybees are built for short trips from flowers to flower and not for long distance hauls. Their tiny wings must flap 12,000 to 15,000 times per minute just to keep their pollen-laden bodies allowed for flight home. 2. A colony can contain up to 60,000 bees. It takes a lot of bees to get all the work done, from 20,000 to 60,000 in fact. Nurse bees care for the young, while the queen's attendant workers bathe and feed her. Guard bees stand watch at the door. Construction workers build the beeswax foundation in which the queen lays eggs and the workers store honey. Undertakers carry the dead from the hive. Foragers must bring back enough pollen and nectar to feed the entire community. 3. A single worker bee produces about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey. For honeybees, there's power in numbers. From spring to fall, the worker bees must produce about 60 pounds of honey to sustain the entire colony during the winter. It takes 10,000 of workers to get the job done. 4. A queen honeybee stores a lifetime supply of sperm. The queen bee can live 3 to 5 years, but her biological clock ticks a lot faster than you might think. Just a week after emerging from her queen cell, the new queen flies from the hive to mate. If she doesn't do so within 20 days, it's too late. She loses her ability to mate. If successful, however, she never needs to mate again. She holds the sperm in her spermatheca and uses its fertilized eggs throughout her life. 5. A queen honeybee can lay more than 2,000 eggs a day. Just 48 hours after mating, the queen begins her lifelong task of laying eggs. She's such a prolific and egg layer that she can produce her own body weight in the eggs in a single day. An average day is about 1,500 eggs. In fact, she has no time for any other chores, so attendant workers take care of all her grooming and feeding. In her lifetime, she might lay up to 1 million eggs. 6. Honeybees uses complex symbolic language. Outside of the primate family, honeybees have the most complex symbolic language on Earth. The insects pack a million neurons into your brain that measures a mere cubic millimeter, and they use every one of them. Worker bees must perform different roles throughout their lives. Foragers must find flowers, determine their value as a food source, navigate back home, and share detailed information about their finds with other foragers. 7. Drones die immediately after mating. Male honeybees serve only one purpose. They provide sperm to the queen about a week after emerging from their cells. The drones are ready to mate. After they fulfill the purpose, they die. 8. A hive is a constant 93 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. As temperatures fall, the bees form a tight group within their hive to stay warm. Workers cluster around the queen, insulating her from the outside cold. In summer, the workers fan the air within the hive with their wings, keeping the queen and brood from overheating. You can hear the hum of all those wings beating inside the hive from several feet away. 9. Beeswax comes from special glands on the abdomen. The youngest worker bees make the beeswax, from which workers construct the honeycomb. 8 paired glands on the underside of the abdomen produce wax droplets, which hardens into flakes when exposed to air. The workers must work the wax flakes in their mouths to soften them into workable construction material. 10. A worker bee may visit 2,000 flowers per day. She can't carry pollen from the many flowers at once, so a worker bee will visit 50 to 100 flowers before heading home all day long. She repeats these round-trip flights to forage, which puts a lot of wear and tear on her body. A hard-working forager may live just 3 weeks and cover 500 miles. Bees are neat freaks. Bees that maintain the hive work diligently to keep it clean. The only bee that defecates inside the hive is the queen, and there are bees that clean up after her when that happens. Honeybees generally won't even die inside the hive most of the time. They'll go outside and to keep their corpse away from their food and nursing young. Thanks for watching this video.